Shalawam. All right, this is Elder Azariah. All right. So this message, I see we being under attack. Hebrew Israelites, we being under attack left and right. All right, and they got this bastard TD Jakes out in the forefront doing it. Why? Because brothers are waking up. And they're realizing who they are, and they're realizing how wicked and evil this society is. We are the real Jews, and I saw his bullshit sermon on TV. Saying how we grafted in, and that pushing that same bullshit doctrine. Christ died for everybody. Totally distorting John 3:16 and got some woman on some automated voice thing talking and he answering it. I'm like, who's preaching, him or this woman? And that bastard is completely gone off. I can go all day, but I ain't gonna do a long video. All right, you just read 1 Timothy, the 2nd chapter. All right, women ain't supposed to be teaching. All right, that shut him down right there. Everything he doing is promoting women in the church, which is wicked and evil. All right, and you know what? I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna hit him with Ecclesiastes. But let's go to Timothy. We got to shut these coon niggas down. That's why our people are oppressed. And on my last video, I already did Hosea chapter 4. All right, verse 6, our people, for lack of knowledge. You see what I'm saying? But let's get it out, man. That's why these coon niggas are put in key positions so they can keep our people asleep, man. That's what it is. All right, 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. All right, and you got a lot of Hebrew Israelite camps that gone off. Like I saw that video with Ricard, Israelites before YouTube. That bastard is gone off. Criticizing our patriarchal laws, statutes, and commandments. His whole stance on polygamy, which is saying how it's not lawful. Or you ain't Joseph, you ain't Solomon, nigga, you ain't none of those men either. And you ain't Christ. And going to name his church after Christ. And then his only precept he got to say polygamy is unlawful is the New Testament. One little verse in there that's only pertaining to deacons. I mean, that bastard is stupid, man. He stabbed his own leaders in the back who helped made him who he was. Like General Yahawah and stuff like that. And set up a group that was an extension of that. He got women preaching and women marrying other women, white people, black people marrying white people. Well, I could shut that all day with Nehemiah and Ezra. How we're not supposed to be mixed, and then going back to the laws of Moses, how we're not supposed to be mixing with the other nations and marrying outside our race. And then I'm gonna get the TD snakes in a minute, but it pisses me off how these niggas, man, these brothers and these bitches are completely gone off. Saying how Solomon went off because he had all these multiple wives. If that idiot actually read the scripture, it wasn't him having multiple wives. It was a commandment. And I ain't see him going to Deuteronomy 21. It was a statute delivered straight to Moses from the Most High, dealing with having more than one wife. We're supposed to be doing that, dummy. I mean, that's not why Solomon fell. Solomon fell because he let his women rule over him. He was marrying women outside of his race. And those bitches were wicked and evil. And it tells you in scriptures how those women turned his heart. It had nothing to do with polygamy. And nowhere in scripture does the Most High himself condemn polygamy or any of our laws, statutes, and commandments, our patriarchal laws and traditions. Why? Because he gave it to us. We're supposed to be doing that. Only in our captivity. And see, these groups who are gone off, they want to use our captivity in the laws of this wicked nation. But then at the same time preaching how America's evil. Yeah, it's evil. That's why they make laws against polygamy. Why they make laws to, promoting homosexuality and feminism, letting women rule over them, hog up all the jobs and the businesses. This is why Revelation 18, Babylon is fallen. I mean, it's just common sense. But anyway, I digress. Let your woman learn in silence with all subjection. All right? But I suffer not, and this is out of your New Testament, which is backed up by the Old. I suffer because Paul understood the commandments. He was a Pharisee. He was a scribe. He grew up a Pharisee. It means he knew the law, statutes, commandments back and forward. All right? And it's his letter to his people, letting them know what they should be doing. I suffer, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor, get this, to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. So that shuts down your effeminate groups like GOCC and TD Snakes, all these false prophets. The devil is very clever. He's using people in key positions who have the form, as scriptures tell us, the form of godliness, but are devoid of all of that. I get all day long. I've been exposing these clowns for years. All right. Watch this. Verse 13. For Adam was first formed, backing up my videos, exposing feminism, exposing all the wickedness these evil businesses be doing, utilizing all of the abominations that the Bible tells us to stay away from. They use it to keep us oppressed. But backing up what I said in my videos, how it was the man made in the image of the Most High. Okay? Not dealing with Eve. Eve didn't come till later. And that's only because Adam was alone. and what did the Most High create? A woman for him. To show you that the purpose of the woman is for procreation, for sex. She's our sexual property. And tells you in scripture, he who haveth a woman has a good possession. All right. For 13, let the Bible speak for itself. Adam was first formed, then Eve. Backing up what I just said. And then they in your concordance, the precept to back that up, Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. And then 1 Corinthians 11, verse 8. From the Old to the New Testament. It's a patriarchal book. Verse 14, and Adam was not deceived. You see that? What are your Christian pimping pastors and your false Hebrew Israelite leaders that pushing homosexuality and feminism? They're the main ones attack. That's how you know a false prophet. Okay, they're not going into the scriptures. They use one verse and take it out of context, like TD Snakes. All right. That take a whole one verse and get it all out of context. All right, and put the blame on Adam. That's the trend when with these false prophets when they teaching. Everything is Adam's fault, but never putting women in subjection. It used to be a time the churches would teach the truth. They said it was Eve's fault. That's another thing that's what Satan does, making sure that the women are not held accountable for anything. So you got to watch out for that, brothers and sisters. Verse 14, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman. You see that? Showing you why women aren't supposed to be in charge of anything. And Ricard speaking against his elders is completely out of order. He's a hypocrite and he's a liar. All right, he's a good teacher, and a lot of his videos I use for my academy lessons. When they're biblical, when they're on point when it comes to scripture, I focus on that. So focus on the messenger, not the message. All right. I'm sorry. Salakia. Focus on the message, not the messenger. You see that? And when they gone off like TD snakes, you cut them all day with scripture. You know that they're off. They need to be exposed. The Bible tells us to do that. Okay? All right? And Adam was not deceived, but the woman, being deceived, was in the transgression. You see that? So it's because of the woman why all mankind fell, why Adam fell, why Christ needed to come to save us. Okay? The adoption, all right, that TD Snakes was referring to is only for Israelites. And I'm proud of my GMS brothers breaking that down. All right, street teachers for Yahawahshi, watch their videos, man. The brethren with GMS, all right, they're the main ones pushing this truth. All right, and they're completely patriarchal. All right, and following the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, so, but let's get it here. All right, Ecclesiastes, chapter 12. Okay, and I'm going to hit it with verse 13. Last verse. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Okay, fear the Most High and keep, what? Watch this. Wow. Keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. You see that? So when you have pimping church hypocrites like TD Snakes or some of the brothers in, a lot of the brothers in the Hebrew Israelite movement or whatever going off, they're not keeping all of the commandments. And then the Christian church is completely off because they tell you the commandments are done away with. They letting women preach, and their whole thing is including the whole world. All right, which is another Bible lesson to break that down. And a lot of brothers are doing a great job, showing what liars these people are. Okay, you just read the whole chapter of St. John, and you gain that understanding that Christ was the world that they were referring to. It's a double meaning, and you do research. You look in your Zondervan Bible Dictionary. It breaks it down. World was in Hebrew was referring. It had a double meaning, and it was referring to our nation. Okay, not the planet. All right. So happy Sabbath. All right, and stay encouraged, brothers and sisters, and don't give up the truth. All right. Shalawam.